G'day bodgies and widgies, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to share some new fish that I ended up getting. So here's a little bit of context. I went to a very beautiful aquarium store called Subscape, which is in North Richmond. It's about an hour and a half from where I live. And today was the last day that they were open, so a very beautiful aquarium store that was unfortunately closing down. Not too sure why. I think they were moving to online methods, but nevertheless, it was a really amazing place that I wanted to check out. And because they were closing down, they may have had some really good sales, which they did, and I ended up purchasing quite a fair bit of fish, purchased a really nice, big, beautiful piece of driftwood, and a couple of plants as well. So in this video, I kind of wanted to share that. I didn't film in store just because there were so many people, but I will show you the fish that I got, so I really hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, now it may not be too clear, but I will show close-ups and everything of the fish that I did get. Now, there were some really good deals that I couldn't miss, so I had to pick up these fish, but we've got there is a beautiful male Goiter River Rainbow. Now, if you've been watching, you'll know that I do have a male and a female, and they're medium, but this guy here is an absolutely jumbo-sized male. He's a very stunning fish, and definitely something that I had to pick up for the price that he was. The second fish that I ended up getting was this really interesting clown rust borer. Now, there was only one that was for sale, and it was just such an interesting fish. It kind of reminds me of an arowana, just the way that it spins and everything, its behavior is positioned. So that didn't make sense, but yeah, it's a really interesting fish and super active, so I can't wait to get that into the tank. I also picked up two Corydoras, just some bronze Corys. Now, I know that people recommend to keep them in groups of 6 and things like that. I will slowly be increasing the amount of fish. These two were just the ones that I were able to pick up for a good price, so I thought, okay, well, it's better than nothing. And then, if you can see, behind the Corys, I ended up getting 5 Bosemani rainbows. Now, this is a fish that my dad and I have been hunting down for a very long time. We couldn't find any that were for a good price, and the ones that were being sold were absolutely huge for really insane prices. So I thought, we'll go for the smallest ones we can find. Hopefully we've got a good mix of males and females, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a good journey to see how they grow up and things like that. Now, I've got the fish acclimating, as you should do with any fish, and I've just got them temperature acclimating. So I put the bag in the water, and the temperature of my water will equate with the temperature of the bag, and that way the fish aren't shocked when I put them into the aquarium. So we'll give them probably another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll come back, release the fish, and see how they do. All right, I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back. It's been probably about a solid 45 minutes, so I think it's time that we release them, and let's get into it. Okay, so what I've got here is a bucket, and I've got the net just sitting on top of that, and that allows me to open the bag, and when I pour the fish into the net, the water will go through, and the fish will remain inside the net, and I can just put them right into the tank. Okay, first species going in. We've got the 5 Bosemani rainbows. So I've got a mix of male and female in here. And now they're really small, but yeah, let's put them right into the tank now. Okay, next fish species. Probably my most absolutely favorite fish. We've got a beautiful jumbo male male Goiter River Rainbow. An absolutely stunning fish. Next species we've got are the 2 bronze Corydoras. Just your generic Corys, just so I can clean up a little bit of detritus in the tank. And the final species is this really interesting clown rust borer. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen one in person, and it's a really interesting looking fish, and it likes to jump as well, so make sure you've got a good lid on your tank if you get one. Okay, so it's been probably about 3 hours since the fish were released into the tank. I just wanted to give them time to settle in and make sure that they're not getting too stressed out, because I didn't want to put the GoPro right in front of their face as soon as they went into the aquarium. But now that it's been some time, they've all settled in really phenomenal. And yeah, let's have a closer look at them. So we've got the big beautiful male Goiter River Rainbow, and what I've noticed is, and you can see them doing it right now, the 2 males are actually sparring for the female, which is over here. So male fish will tend to do that just so they can display dominance to see who can win over the female if they do want to breed. Now, this guy's really popping in colors. since I added this guy, because he's bigger and he wants to be the victor coming out on top. And that's what I was looking for, having two males that will display over this female, will really show out the true behavior of the males and bring out the best colors in them. So yeah, they're doing really well. This guy's really settled in, he's eating. He does have a few scratches on him here and there, which is probably from him being moved from one aquarium to the other, but he should heal up in probably 2 days max. I did dose a little bit of what is this, stress coat by API, and also put in a little bit of Funginex just to make sure that, because he may be stressed out from the move, that he doesn't develop any diseases or things like that, which I recommend anyone should do when they introduce a new fish. Just put in a little bit of stress coat so they don't get really stressed out and their immune system doesn't drop. We also have the Bosemani rainbows, which are absolutely tiny. Now there's one there, and they're all kind of schooling together, but since there's so many rainbows, I don't think they really know who's who, so they're all just in a big massive shoal. What else did we get? We got the Corridoras, and the Corries are doing exactly what I thought they would. They're going through the sand and just sifting out any bits of food, detritus, making sure that the substrate is turned over so I don't get any algae growth. This guy thinks he's a rainbow fish though, because he's been swimming out in the open, but he'll discover the sand and get back to his Corridora business. There was oh yeah, there's the other one, just taking a bit of a rest. Now these are bronze Corridoras, and they still have quite a fair bit to grow, so it's gonna be great to see them grow along with the Bosemanis as well. Where's the last, oh, there we, oh, have a look at that. Did you see that? The Upper Catherine Creek was displaying to the female. I need to get a nano planted aquarium for these guys just so they can really breed, because rainbows can easily hybridize. I don't want that. I want to make sure that I've got some pure breed rainbows so the lineage continues, I guess. Now, the rainbow raspora, no, not the rainbow raspora. I've got too many rainbow fish. The clown raspora. Now, this was the only fish in the tank, and I thought, okay, it's a really interesting specimen, something that I haven't had before, and I'll get it. And I really do like this fish. It kind of reminds me of an arowana in the way that it's swimming, the way that it behaves, but yeah, just a very interesting fish. It does need a little bit more time to color up and really bring out those reds, but just a very interesting looking fish. And it's good because it's a little bit of differentiation from all the rainbows and all the other species that I have. And that's the main goal that I want to try and go for in this aquarium for the time being, because wherever you look, I want something really interesting to be going on. So when you look directly at dead center of the tank, you've got the rainbows, the guppies, and there's really something different that always catches your eye. Now, I do want to share something that I also got as well, which is, oh God, it's heavy. One sec. Ow. I showed this piece of driftwood a little bit earlier, but not in its entire glory. Have a look at this stunning piece of wood. I got it for a really great price as well, and I want to stick some Java fern, some weeping moss, and a couple of other plants that will grow on wood, and that would be a really stunning piece to add in the aquarium somewhere. I also did get some plants. I got some dwarf Java fern, and along with that, I also ended up getting some needle leaf Java fern. So I'll show, oh, okay. It's gonna be a little bit hard showing you that, but it's in the breeder box, and that'll grow out, hopefully, and then I'll just stick it onto the beautiful piece of wood. But I've got to do a little bit of cleaning on that, and that will go into the aquarium, and yeah. So I'll do that in the near future, and if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, because it'll really help me out, alright? Until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.